Station. WTIM.
It's the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper, your host. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. You'll find the streams on the TaylorvilleDailyNews.com Facebook or on YouTube at WTIM TV. Youth and Development Educator Sarah Martin for 4-H at Christian County is here on the phone. Great to have you back here, Sarah.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Good morning to you too. By recently, I mean earlier this week, you had the 4-H public speaking contest as a kickoff to your showings and contests. Tell me how it went.
Yeah, so Monday evening at our office, we hosted our first kind of 4-H show, 4-H exhibit opportunity for our public speaking contest, and it went really well. We had a total of 7 participants, selected 3 of them to move on to the state fair, best of show winners. So overall, a really great kickoff to our show season.
Fantastic. Do you have any results that you'd like to share at this time?
Yeah, so of our 7 speakers, they were in different categories: formal speech, illustrated speech, as well as some oral interpretation. And our 3 state fair delegates selected for state fair were Reagan Funderburk and Olive Ryan, both in the illustrated speech category, and Drew Mickey in the formal speech category. The remaining speakers included Adelaide Dunkirk, Hayden Funderburk, Opal Ryan, and Ben Walmsley were all selected as state fair alternates. So if any of those delegates can't go, they will be able to go to state fair. So overall, just a really great showing from our kids. And we always say public speaking is such an important contest because it's such an important skill for any walk of life in the future. So we're happy to have a good turnout for that.
I think in the name a little bit, it implies the different sections of public speaking. You know, you have your formal and then you have your other categories. Could you maybe provide a little bit of the distinction between, you know, what the name is escaping me for who did the formal? Drew Mickey. I know Drew.
Yes.
You know, what he did and how well he did compared to what the other ones did very well. And you kind of pick up what I'm getting. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So we have 4 different categories. Formal speech is kind of our quintessential like public speaking category. They write up a speech usually like on a specific topic, and they're like either persuading us to agree with the topic or just kind of telling us about it without any props. It's just them giving a speech. So we kind of, when we think of public speaking, that's usually kind of what we think about in the contest. So that's the formal speech. That's what Drew did. We had a couple others sign up for that, but weren't able to attend. But then illustrated speech is actually one of our most popular categories, especially with our younger or junior audience. And it is essentially the same as a formal speech, you know, telling us about something or giving a demonstration, but you can use props, you can use a PowerPoint, a poster board. So you just have another item there with you to help tell your speech. And then the oral interpretation is actually a really cool one. It is our speakers giving their interpretation, giving their speech of a famous poem, a famous speech of their own. We had a participant on Monday give an oral interpretation of Ronald Reagan's "Tear Down This Wall" speech. So that was really cool. So lots of different opportunities for kids to practice public speaking in different categories.
Fantastic. When will we hear next about the public speaking delegates? As you mentioned, a couple of the state fair delegates. When will we hear about that next?
Yeah, so we are giving them a deadline to the end of the month to tell us who's going and not going, so we can select 3. And then the state fair contest, or the state public speaking contest, is held the end of April. So I think it's Saturday, April 29th, up in Champaign. And so then after that day, so probably early May, mid-May, we will get results of how they did at the state fair. I believe there's awards at the state fair given out for, you know, best overall in certain categories. So hopefully some of our participants will take home some prizes.
One of the things that 4-H offers their members, the show books, and those are starting to pick up at this time of year. What should folks know about those?
Yeah, so like we said, public speaking is kind of our first official show or fair experience for the kids. And our show books every year include all of the details, the rules, the class information for kids to enter their specific projects in both public speaking as well as the rest of the shows in the summer. So every year we get information from the state as well as put in our own information on what classes we're offering, what opportunities the kids have to exhibit one of their projects at the fair. And those are wrapping up. I believe we're getting them hopefully printed in our office this week, today or tomorrow. And then hopefully we'll have an announcement out to our families early next week on when they can pick up hard copies or when it is available on our website.
How did you pick the cover?
So the cover each year has been traditionally designed by one of our 4-H members. So every year we have a contest where 4-H members can design their own cover. We just ask that it includes Christian County 4-H Showbook 2023 or the date on it. So every year we have a handful of 4-H members design their own cover, and then a panel of judges will pick which one goes on the front, which one goes on the back. The rest of them are displayed throughout the book. So that's always a fun experience for all the kids. And this year, Caroline Hedden from Edinburgh Warriors is our cover showbook cover contest winner. So excited to have her design featured on the front cover this year.
Sarah, I can kind of make out what it is, but it's a little bit small when I open it up in a new tab. So maybe you can fill in some of the details. I see a clover, 4-leaf clover with a banner in the middle that says Christian County 4-H Showbook 2023. And then each corner of the clover, there's a different illustration. Can you maybe take me through what those illustrations are? If you can see them?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if I can see them as well either.
Okay, that's all right.
Each one is kind of a little bit different. So, but usually they're designed like some people will design or display some of the projects we offer. Some people will use like words that we focus on. So like service learning, community service, leadership, projects, different things. So I unfortunately can't see it
it's
either.
Okay. I
it,
zoomed in really, really close, and this is my rough interpretation, but it looks like they're in the top left corner. There's a bunch of cattle and around a barn, and it's a beautiful day. And then off to the top right, maybe I'm actually not sure what that one is, but it looks like they're maybe in front of a table. It's just a little bit blurry because I'm zoomed in. And then another one, they are presenting something off to their right on the top and the bottom left part, and then it looks like grain silos or some sort of grain or feed in the bottom right. It's a very cool design, I think. But anyway, I just thought I'd give a visualization for those who can't see it at this time and have to wait. But you'll see it here coming near pretty soon. I understand.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's move on a little bit. I wanted to give you a chance before we head into a timeout to remind everyone about the YQCA training, because I understand that deadline is coming up sooner rather than later.
Yeah, so that's another one that's kind of a requirement or something to do before we're showing in the summer, before the fair kicks off. So all of our livestock exhibitors, specifically those showing in beef cattle, goats, swine, or sheep, and they've done this the past 3 or 4 years, are required to have an updated YQCA certification. That stands for Youth for the Quality Care of Animals. And they can take this, it's a quick little test or a lesson activity that they can either take online on their own schedule, on their own time, self-paced, or come in person to a workshop that we offer. So either way, it gets the same certification, same information. So we are offering an in-person opportunity for YQCA on Saturday, April 15th, and that's at the Taylorville Public Library. So from 9:30 to 10:30. So you can either come in person and take it, or online, take it on your own schedule. But all the certifications, whether you do it online or in person, have to be completed by May 1st to show at the fair this summer.
That is Christian County 4-H Youth Development Director, right? No, educator.
Yeah.
Director.
Educator, yeah.
Educator. Sarah Martin here on the WTIM Morning Show. More from her after this short time out. Right here on WTIM, your information station.
WTIM. Your information station, WTIM.
It's the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. People's Bank and Trust, or the people, where they put people first. Once again, I'm your host, Avery Cooper, and I have youth and development educator Sarah Martin for 4-H of Christian County on the phone. Great to have you here, Sarah. Talking about all the great things for Christian County 4-H. One of those things, well, really everything from here on. It's about spring and eventually summer and your showings, and also teaching kids some new skills. One of those new skills in a workshop is your spring photography contest. What should members know about the photography contest?
Yeah, so this is also kind of become a tradition for us. We've offered a fall photography contest and now offering a spring contest as well. So it's as simple as just taking a picture that represents spring to you. And that's a pretty wide category, but whatever spring means to you, taking a picture of it as a 4-H member, sending it to one of our staff members by the end of April. And then we will have some judging taking place and then kind of award first, second, and third places for different age categories. So just a fun way to practice some photography skills, do some photography, maybe win some prizes.
What kind of photos are we taking here? I know we've kind of been over it, but I think it's a good refresher.
Mm-hmm. So it's really any photo that the 4-H member wants to take that they think signifies or represents spring to them. So either a spring theme or just something that means spring to them. So it might be, like flowers in their house, out in their yard. It could be agriculture, farmers getting back in the fields, animals in the springtime. So whatever they really think is a spring theme.
Excellent. And do you have registration information available on your website?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so in the newsletter, the website, Facebook pages, and it's really just simple as taking a picture, making sure when you submit it, you have your name, your county, your age, all that stuff, so we know what category you can be entered in, and go from there.
I'm reading your newsletter, and it says submit your spring photo to Kate Harding. Is that still the contact? Okay, so the email.
Yep.
Ready for this, everyone? It's Harding, HARDING @illinois.edu, and submissions April 28th. That's the due date. So good luck to all the 4-Hers out there who are going to submit a spring photo for the photography contest. Moving down the list a little bit, I think this is really important. Budgeting, 4-H budgeting workshop.
Mm-hmm.
Says that it's Thursday, April 27th from 6:30 to 7:30. What should I know about the 4-H budgeting workshop, Sarah?
So yeah, that's another exciting opportunity we have, and like you said, it's a very important skill for teens or older youth to learn, and that carries them into adulthood. So we are still planning on hosting that. It's at the Montgomery County Extension Office in Hillsborough, but we've recently had some scheduling conflicts, so that date will be moved. We're looking at either the Thursday before or maybe the Thursday after, but just watch our newsletter and Facebook pages and website for when that date gets shifted around and registration comes out. So still holding that, but we're unsure about when the rescheduled date will be.
You just said it right there. Not sure about the registration information either because you don't know when the thing is. So again, just pay attention to the newsletter. It'll be on its way eventually.
Yeah.
Okay. And another thing that you love doing for spring, your take-home kits, teaching 4-Hers about flowers. When should I pick these kits up by?
Yeah, so the kits, we have our take-home kits that you kind of just do on your own time. And we have a flower kit where members will get seeds, a little pot, information about flowers to grow them at home. So register by April 14th, so a couple weeks from now. And then kits will be available in the offices to pick up by May 1st.
Excellent. Have you ever been to, going down a little bit to the state opportunities, have you ever been to the memorial camp, the family camp at 4-H Memorial Camp?
Yes, so I went both as a camper when I was a 4-H member, and then we host a lot of some of our meetings or different activities as staff at Memorial Camp. So it's a great opportunity if anybody's never been to go. If you've been multiple times, it's a fun event to go. But family camp is a somewhat new opportunity the past few years. that both youth and your families can go stay together, do some of the activities that are normally reserved for just campers that go camp there. So that's a really exciting opportunity for families to just kind of take a few days, a weekend, and kind of camp on their own with still, someone cooking for you, doing activities, so that sort of thing.
Nice, very cool. And I'm gonna give the link so people can learn a little bit more. It's 4h.extension.illinois.edu. And that way you can go to the state 4-H website, find more information, register if you are so willing. Also, another note that the dates for that family camp are May 19th through 21st. Sarah, we're running out of time here. Give me your elevator pitch. Why should I join 4-H?
So a lot of us have, think about 4-H if we were in it when we were younger. It's just like an agricultural organization for kids, and it still is at the core of it. Still, is a lot of our animal and livestock and ag projects, but it is really an opportunity for any youth ages 8 to 18 to explore a new passion of them, something that sparks their interests, ranging from computer science to visual arts to sewing, foods, anything in between. If kids want to learn more about it or explore it as a hobby or a future career, they can enroll in 4-H, pick those projects, have some of those experiences to kind of build some of that knowledge and skill and kind of see where it takes them. So it's a great opportunity for kids that are looking to explore something or fit somewhere that, maybe they're not getting offered in school or other places. So if you have any questions, contact our office, look on our Facebook page, newsletter, all that. We're happy to guide you through.
4-H Youth and Development Educator Sarah Martin, thank you so much.
Thank you.
WTIM.